Have you ever considered the idea of a YouTuber becoming president? It's not about surviving on a desert island with only a day's supply of food or handing out $1 million in a day. It's something even bigger, bolder, and absolutely mind-blowing. What if MrBeast decided to run for president of the United States? Forget everything you thought you knew about politics. Imagine a world where likes can turn into votes and subscribers might as well be supporters. Could the biggest YouTuber turn into the leader of the free world? Imagine the White House lawn turning into the stage for the biggest giveaways and presidential speeches that actually end with, "Don't forget to like and subscribe." This isn't just about suits and speeches. It's about a man who transforms deserts into forests and makes millionaires overnight. A man who doesn't just dream of a better world, but goes out and makes it happen. From his first viral video to creating forests, schools, and changing lives, MrBeast isn't just a YouTuber, he's a phenomenon. Now picture him bringing that unstoppable energy and heart to the White House. Curious? You should be. Imagine a country where public giveaways fight poverty, where learning is an adventure with rewards, and where saving the planet wins you more than just likes. That's the world MrBeast could build from the desk of the White House. Picture this, it's the year 2036, and Jimmy is 38 years old, just old enough to run for president. With his massive following and influence, he's a force to be reckoned with. Jimmy's not your typical billionaire. He's built his empire from scratch, captivating millions with his outrageous stunts and generous acts. He's made significant contributions, like planting 20 million trees, cleaning up 30 million pounds of ocean trash, and donating millions of dollars. From giving away thousands of dollars to burying himself alive, he's left an indelible mark on the internet landscape. And now, as he announces his presidential bid, his supporters rally behind him, reminiscing about the countless ways he's touched their lives. So, the choice is obvious. But here's the real challenge. Steering a nation isn't easy. It's about tough decisions, diplomacy, and balancing dreams with reality. Jimmy has surpassed expectations, but he's just an ordinary person, like you and me. So, what makes him qualified for the presidency? Let's delve into something interesting. MrBeast hasn't been in politics before, but that doesn't mean he's not up for the job. Consider his expertise on YouTube. He's a brilliant planner, famous for planning wild ideas and executing them perfectly. This talent could easily transition into crafting effective policies and planning a successful campaign. MrBeast is more than just a content creator. He's a leader admired by millions. He knows how to connect with young voters, which is a big deal in any election. Plus, he's not afraid to take risks, which could be a breath of fresh air in a political system that can sometimes feel stuck in the same old routine. While MrBeast's kindness and creativity are great, being a leader means having other important skills too.
I was listening to your Rogan, and I swear to God, I thought this guy should be president.
Oh, yeah, I would love to. I just feel like you have to do a lot of politics leading up to it, and I don't know. Like if you could just go from well, then it is appealing. Yeah, when I'm like 40 or 50. I was a billionaire, and I just gave away all my money. I have $10 billion, give away every penny, can't be bought because I gave away all my money. And then I just do what's best for people.
Dude, I like this. I think that...
Agreed. I think if I wanted to, I
24
could.
right now?
Yeah. So
Okay, go.
Yeah, it'd be like 3 more cycles. But I think I could make it interesting enough where I could win. I think if I wanted to, I could.
24 right now?
Yeah. So
okay, go.
Yeah. Like if you could just go from, no one ever has done this, just being a celebrity to just being president, that would be great.
You spent $1 million just for one night in a hotel?
Yes.
MrBeast, how much money did you make in 2021, sir?
I give it all away. I'm poor.
Sir,
thank you. Good day. Thank you for stopping in.
Thank you for stopping in.
Bro, I tricked that noob. He thought I was poor, but look at this fit, man. Bro, why do you believe me?
Here are some things he might need to work on. Making decisions. As president, you have to make tough choices that not everyone will like. MrBeast would have to learn how to make hard decisions based on facts and what's best for the whole country. Diplomacy and compromise. Being in charge means working with people who think differently. MrBeast would need to learn how to find middle ground and make deals, even with people he doesn't always agree with. Listening to experts. Nobody knows everything. MrBeast would need to have smart people around him who know about different things. That way, he can make the best choices for everyone. Let's imagine MrBeast throws his hat in the ring and runs for president. So, what kind of president could he be? Well, if we take a look at his YouTube videos and his history of doing good deeds, especially the charitable stuff, we might get an idea. Big public giveaways. Imagine national lotteries with life-changing prizes. Although it might be tricky to organize on a national level, if MrBeast became president, he might allocate more resources to help people in need and reduce poverty. Education and entertainment. MrBeast might introduce exciting new ways to learn, like fun challenges with cool rewards, making education more enjoyable for everyone. Environmental action with a twist. Imagine if there were contests promoting green living, where people could win big bucks for being eco-friendly. Think of a huge competition to plant trees nationwide, with $1 million jackpot for the winner. These ideas might face challenges to becoming reality, but MrBeast's daring approach could kickstart important conversations about the environment, challenges, and concerns. Of course, a MrBeast presidency wouldn't be all smooth sailing. While MrBeast's ideas sound exciting, being president requires more than just good intentions. Here are some challenges he might face. Dealing with international relations. Managing relationships with other countries isn't like managing challenges on YouTube. MrBeast would have to deal with tricky global issues, work out complex diplomatic situations, and represent the United States on the world stage. Balancing the budget, giving away huge prizes sounds awesome, but it costs a lot of money. MrBeast would need to figure out how to balance the budget and fund his big ideas without causing the national debt to skyrocket. If Jimmy decides to run for president, he'll be taking on some big problems. Education and healthcare need fixing. Even though we spend a lot on them, there's still room for improvement. It's not going to be easy, but we've seen Jimmy tackle big challenges before. Jimmy's already doing great work, and he's got a knack for getting things done. He's helping out in education, and he's making a difference in healthcare too, by giving sight to thousands of blind people and much more through his charity work. Potential impact. Even though there are hurdles, a MrBeast presidency could bring some real positives. Here's the deal. Young people often don't vote as much as older generations, but MrBeast could change that. With his massive online following, he could inspire young people to get involved in politics and make their voices heard. Just picture town hall meetings streamed live on YouTube, making politics more engaging and accessible to everyone. Even if MrBeast doesn't win the election, his candidacy could still shake things up. By forcing other candidates to talk about issues that young people care about, he could have a major impact on the political conversation. So, MrBeast for president? It's definitely a crazy idea, but one that makes you think. He'd be a unique and unpredictable candidate, and that could be exactly what American politics needs. This video wasn't meant to seriously endorse MrBeast as a presidential candidate. However, exploring this hypothetical scenario highlights some important points about leadership and the challenges of governing. It also makes us think about the kind of qualities we look for in our leaders. Let us know in the comments what you think. Would you vote for MrBeast? What kind of policies would you like to see him focus on? Don't forget to share this video with your friends, and let's keep the conversation going. After all, even the wildest ideas can sometimes lead to positive change. Who knows? Maybe someday we'll see MrBeast giving his victory speech from the White House lawn.